Good morning, millennials. I'm sure if you're watching the live stream, you're wondering, why are these bitches 6 minutes late and why is there a piano? Well, there's all a very good reason for what's going on here today. And it starts, with a little email I got a mere 24 hours ago.
Less, 12 hours.
12 hours ago. From the office of Mr. Kanye West.
You guys, this is not a joke.
This is not a joke.
We brought a keyboard for this.
I got one of the most shocking emails of my life last night. Allow me to read it to you.
Please share with the class. Take us on this journey from the beginning. How did we end up with a keyboard at 10:30 a.m.
This wonderful girl who works for Kanye says, "Hi, Claudia. I got your contact from a mutual friend of ours, blank, like who knew I had mutual friends with Kanye. I'm writing on behalf of Kanye West's team. We love your singing and would love to hear your version of a song off the new Kanye album before it comes out to the public, slated for Friday.
Tomorrow.
Please see sheet music attached and post a YouTube video if you're up for it." So not only did I get recognized by Kanye West and his team, they said they liked my voice, and then I got his new song.
Show them the sheet music.
So it's very, very real. It's very legit. It says "Closed on Sunday," which is the name of the song, and it's by Kanye West, transcription and music preparation by Lenny Wee. So when I got this, I was quite perplexed because a lot of you may know that we, we're musicians growing up. We're a family band. We were a quartet. It was mortifying, and we took music theory. And I never in my life understood why we had to do music theory until this moment. So apologies to Mrs. Lee in Long Island for being such a terrible child, because everything you taught us has led up to this moment.
Has finally been pertinent to the situation.
Yeah. So we had asked, I'm like, okay, can I get an MP3 of the song? And they're like, no, because it's confidential. But they're like, they just wanted to hear our version of it.
Our take on it. So I got out my keyboard.
As you do.
As I do. We were FaceTime rehearsing last night.
Yeah, oh my God, it was so dramatic. I was feeling a lot of pressure. To learn a brand new song is very difficult.
And Kanye, no less.
Right. But I think we got it to a place where it's we made it our own. I think it might be kind of similar to what the song is going to sound like.
Mm-hmm. And now you have a sneak peek, and it's a toasty version.
So this is a win-win for everyone, because Kanye's song comes out tomorrow, but we have it here first.
Right.
Which is a really big deal.
Has anyone ever covered a song before it's come out?
I don't know if you can even consider it a cover. Maybe Kanye stole my song.
Perhaps. Okay.
Oh, is it time?
I'm very nervous. We've been practicing all morning. Literally, we are Cimarelli. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't stop laughing.
But I just want to say I live for Cimarelli. That wasn't a dig. We are a family band.
We live for Cimarelli.
They're so cute. I actually feel they would like this song. It's weird for me to sing about Jesus because I am a Jew, but I guess I'm a Jew for Jesus, and I'm okay with that.
We're Jews for Jesus today.
Just this morning.
Yeah, we look like
you and your fucking turtleneck and your keyboard. Okay.
I'm taking this seriously.
Me too.
I am the pianist. No. I am Adrian Brody, the pianist.
Yes, I hear you. I agree.
Okay.
Margot with her long black sleeve, leotard thing.
Yeah, no, we are the crew.
You're the crew. So we have music. We have arranged it to the best of our abilities. We have Snitch on, the background.
On snaps.
Snitch on snaps. Jack's on keyboard. Obviously me on vocals because obviously. Kanye did say he loved my voice.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this clip is going to go anywhere, but Kanye, if you're seeing this, we live for you and your wife and your whole thing, and just invite us over for dinner one time. We'll make your lives.
And your family is incredible, and Sunday service looks amazing, and we're just so proud of you guys.
Yeah, no, we really are. We're big fans, and if you ever need a loyal friend who will keep your secrets, that's us. We're good peeps, okay?
Steel trap.
Should we jump into it? I'm super nervous. I actually think I'm gonna laugh, and I really don't want to.
No, we can't laugh. Think about something really sad.
Okay.
Think about Kanye seeing you laugh.
Oh yeah, totally. He would not think that's funny.
This is his baby.
Totally. It's me laughing at Saint.
Exactly. Okay. Are we ready?
We are ready.
And 5, 6, 7, 8. Closed on Sunday.
You're my Chick-fil-A.
Closed on Sunday.
You're my Chick-fil-A. Hold the selfies. Put the gram away. Get your family. Y'all hold hands and pray. When you got daughters, always keep them safe. Watch out for vipers. Don't let them indoctrinate. Closed on Sunday. You're my Chick-fil-A. You're my number one with the lemonade. Raise our sons. Train them in the faith through temptations. Make sure they're wide awake. Follow Jesus. Listen and obey. No more living for the culture. We nobody's slave. stand up for my home. Even if I take this walk alone, I bow down to the king up on the throne. My life is his, I'm no longer my own. I pray to God that he'll strengthen my hand. They will think twice stepping into my land. I draw the line that's written in the sand. Try me and you will see that I ain't planned. Now back up off my family, move your hands. I got my weapons in the spirit's land. Jezebel don't even stand a chance. Jezebel don't even stand a chance. Wow, that felt like High School Musical. Like we are Sharpay. You are totally Ryan.
Oh my God. No, actually, I'm Kelsey.
I'm totally Ryan. Oh my God, that was fun.
Oh my God.
We just like want to thank Kanye for, instilling this sort of belief in us, like that we could just put together this arrangement. And like, was that bad or good? I can't tell.
I think that was the best it ever read because it was atrocious before.
Oh yeah, that's
That was
true.
the first time we got through the whole thing without fighting and laughing.
The laughing was just, it was so hard not to.
I think it was great. I think it was the best it could have been given like the materials we received at the time that we received
I'm
them.
actually looking forward to now that I know like every musical note of this fucking song, like I'm looking forward to hearing it on an album and like seeing what like sheet music sounds like in the real world.
Yeah.
Thank you. I hope everyone enjoyed that. Snaps for us.
My fingers are broken.
I think it was like a great
It was
moment.
a great moment for the toast.
And I just feel like one day we'll look back on this and be like, wow, we had a Kanye exclusive.
No, not only that, like Kanye noticed us. Like at the end of the day, it's just really nice to be noticed.
It is.
And that's what the gratitude I'm feeling today.
Same. So now the question is, do we leave the piano out for the whole show?
I think we do.
I'm feeling the piano vibes.
Okay.
Yeah, Margaret, you can go back to your chair.
My chair. I'm going back to isolation cabin.
But I just don't know like how I go, to shul after this, like
Oh,
I think
yeah.
I'm Christian now.
Because you're a traitor.
Yeah, but you know what? I think that's what Kanye would have wanted.
Yeah, no, he's trying to convert you.
Maybe it's the proselytization of Claudia Oshry.
It's working. Okay, I'm just gonna get back into my toast mode. I'm no longer a pianist.
I'm gonna call you out for why do you still have the tag on your jacket? Are you trying to return
I'm like
it?
lazy, and when I get dressed, I can't find the scissors, and so I just wear it with the tags until I find a scissor.
Actually looks great. I like that jacket.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Wow. I had such a pit all night. Like I was singing that song in my sleep. I was like, promise that I will stretch my hand. Like I was literally singing that fucking song in my sleep.
I was listening to it like in my head all morning, getting ready. Like I just want because once you've heard a song a million times, it's easy for you to sing. But
Yes.
to hear it, like for you to put it together for the first time, you don't know what it sounds like.
Yeah.
It's crazy stuff.
It's crazy stuff, but like I feel so accomplished. I think that was really good.
I think it was really good too. And like, can we rap now? Like that was all my adrenaline.
Well, so when I first got the sheet music without like hearing the notes, I was like, oh, it's obviously a rap. And I'm like, close on Sunday. You're my Chick-fil-A. You should have heard like some of the voice notes we were sending back to each other. This was mine. Closed on Sunday. Hey, you're my Chick-fil-A. Like we were really, and then I came up with like a slow jazz version. It was like, closed on Sunday. You're my Chick-fil-A.
That's beautiful.
Honestly, I thought my slow jazz version was like really something Kanye would have liked.
Yeah. No, that's like what you do on the song when you do a cover on it, like after it's been out for a year, and you have to change it up.
Right. Well, maybe in a year.
Maybe we'll see you guys back here in a year with the keyboard.
With like a slow down jazz, like,
Cabaret.
Yeah. Like a
Closed
Sonia
on
Morgan.
Sunday Cabaret.
You're my Chick-fil-A. Beautiful.
Beautiful. Okay, well, welcome
Thank you,
to the
Kanye
Morning
West, for
Toast,
sponsoring
everyone.
this episode of The Morning Toast.
Yes.
Just kidding. It's sponsored by Scentbird, our favorite brand here at The Morning Toast.
Wow, our favorite brand for our favorite show.
Our favorite brand for our favorite show.
It only makes sense.
Everyone knows that we love a Scentbird. If you're a smelly bitch, or if you're just someone who like needs a scent, I feel like I have a lot of friends who like have a signature scent, and it like makes me really jealous because I think my signature scent is just like moosey vibes.
No, but you
You know?
You've been doing like this like maple-based scent.
That's true. I've been going for like an autumnal, like more pumpkin-based scent. But all jokes aside, Scentbird has everything you need to get your signature scent. Did you know that scent is the most powerful sense you have? A smell can bring on a flood of memories, influence your mood, and of course, enhance your natural style. So Scentbird is a luxury fragrance subscription service for perfumes and colognes. They have more than 600 designer brands for you to choose from each month. Choose a perfume you want to try. They'll send you a 30-day supply. If you're not sure what type of scent you're looking for, sort and find your new fragrance by brand, style, occasion, season, and more. Plus, they have products from other categories like skincare, wellness, and makeup. They carry brands like Kopari, our favorite, Glam Glow, Glow Recipe, Tarte, and many others. Plus, with our exclusive offer, just for our listeners, you can get 30% off your first month today. So that's only $10 for your first fragrance. That's scentbird.com/toast, or just use our code TOAST for 30% off your first month at Scentbird. Again, that's Scentbird, SCENTBIRD.com/toast for you to try your first perfume or cologne for just $10. Sign on. Wait, you know what? Write me a little jingle.
Okay, hold on. I have to
Sign on, smell amazing.
Okay.
Everything is slow jazz now.
Everything is slowed down. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like sign on. No. How do you write a jingle? It's like,
What do you want it to be?
okay, yeah, let me write it first.
Sign-
Sign on, smell amazing. Okay, maybe this is a bad idea.
Yeah, I can't do. What's what people can do when they
But
can just
matching pitch.
sign on, sign, sign.
Sign on, smell amazing.
How about whatever I play, then we sing it to that?
Okay, but by the way, I just want to say, like, I just came up with something good.
I-
Sign on, smell amazing. Sign on. Okay, well, that was fun.
Sign on, smell amazing.
When you go down the other half of the piano, like, why you all the way up in the falsettos?
I can't. And the shant and the wind.
And you definitely
Oh, so
went.
people are wondering how we had a keyboard in time.
Oh, good question.
I strangely have a keyboard in my apartment because I got it for Zach for his birthday a few years ago, because it's one of these keyboards that connects with an app that teaches you how to play piano, which is something he's always wanted to learn. And of course, I got it for him, and this was our first time taking it out of the box.
Oh my God.
But no, now I'm going to leave it out of the box and put it in my home office. Like, that's a cool thing.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll
And you
play.
ever feel inspired, just like write a song.
Or just to play Close on Sunday, You Are My Chick-fil-A.
You are my Chick-fil-A. I'm definitely closed on Sundays.
Oh, I'm closed out like on weekends, period.
Yeah.
And I'm taking a long weekend.
I'm non-denominational, so I'm off for the Sabbath and, church Sunday.
Yeah.
So technically I have to take 3 days off.
Because you're multi-denominational.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I feel like it's time to get into the fast 5 stories that you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast. Even though everything will inevitably pale in comparison to the performance that we launched this show with.
So true. I just want to honestly wrap this show so I can go home and watch it.
No, 100% and clip it and just make sure Kanye's people see it.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to send it to them.
But we do have a bit of interesting news this morning, and the first story is something that we posted to our Instagram last night.
Did we do the hum?
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to do it on our own anymore.
No, I'm saying, but I didn't. Did you say fast 5 stories?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I totally missed that.
Yeah, it's okay. You're just in Kanye land.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It is a great place to be. I'm in Calabasas.
Yeah. First story that we posted on Instagram last night that I just found to be particularly interesting is that Pete Davidson and Kaia Gerber enjoy lunch amid dating rumors.
Cute.
So this is a really cute couple.
They went to Siddell's, great restaurant choice.
One that makes a lot of sense. He just broke up with his girlfriend, and I don't know if you saw that viral tweet that Pete Davidson in a wig had broken up.
I did.
But this is also giving me Pete Davidson in a wig vibes.
Yeah, no, it's obvious that he, after Ariana, now, this is his type, because all the girls, Kaia Gerber, Mrs. McDowell, what's her daughter, what's the name?
Margaret?
Margaret McDowell, and Cassie David all very much look the same.
It
And
was Margaret Qualley.
Oh, but her last name's not McDowell?
No, that's her mom's last name.
Whatever.
I don't know.
These girls really look like Cassie David, and it's making me think maybe he's just yearning for Cassie David, because I do think that was the best thing that ever happened to him, and she'll never take him back because she has too much self-respect for the shame that he put her through. But these girls are all Fazzy favored, if you ask me.
That's true. But good for him. He knows what he wants.
No, and it's just he gets so many dates when it's so crazy how you can be on SNL and be so famous, and you can also be on SNL and nobody knows who you are. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's he's barely on SNL. He's in one, maybe 2 skits in the background. He's never really the star. I think maybe he's more of a writer, but
that's what everyone who doesn't get airtime says.
Yeah, but you would think that they would give him the most airtime. He is the most famous person on the cast, on the ensemble. So it's just so crazy that he is so famous, can literally get any girl he wants when he's on a TV show that a lot of people are on. They don't really get famous, and he's barely on it,
Yeah, well, I think it's his personal life that's the most interesting. And once you're engaged to Ariana Grande, you're just in a tier of fame that's beyond.
Yeah, but it's
One of us should get engaged to Ariana Grande.
Done. Margot, set it up.
Set it up.
You know how, like, he had that, we reported a story about him a few months ago about him, like, kind of losing his shit at a college, was it? In Miami or something?
Yes, in Florida.
So what I was gonna say is, like, so he's on SNL, and, like, if one of the other SNL cast members, like, did a stand-up show and, like, it, like, went awry or something, like, no one would care, you know?
That's true.
Like, there's just so much about Pete Davidson that's, like, different. I wonder why.
Yeah, he's really like a hot button guy.
Yeah. And it's obviously, like, the Ariana Grande of it all, but even before that, I think he was really, like, on another stratosphere, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. That is interesting.
But the Ariana Grande of it all was so crazy. Like, can we just, like, reflect on that time?
I miss those times.
Like, when they would just leave their house, and she had an apartment on, like, on the west side, like, Hell's Kitchen, I think.
Like a beautiful, huge apartment with no furniture and just a pig, and they would step out every single day in, like, full glam and just go to Whole Foods and get papped and, like, eat lollipops.
And he was, like, looking, like, more and more different every day, like, with the fanny packs, the bleached hair.
Yeah, and they were just, like, so fashion, and all fashion, no furniture.
Yeah, no furniture. I think their apartment literally has a pool.
In it?
Like, on the terrace, but it's, like, one of those apartments, but, like, literally no furniture.
It was a strange time, and I do.
And then she walked out one time getting papped with the tattoo of his dad's, like, FDNY thing on her foot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Weird. That was just crazy times. I wonder if she got that removed.
She covered it up with, like, something else.
Okay.
She, like, fused it. But back to Pete and Kaia. I think this is a cute couple. Makes a lot of sense. He's 25. She's 18.
Does she live in New York?
She gives me New York vibes.
She does, because she's a model, but he lives in New York, and I think that's important, you know?
But I feel like Cindy Crawford, like, doesn't live in New York.
No,
Oh,
I
no,
think
they're
Cindy
so
Crawford
LA.
lives in LA, but Kaia's like a working model. You gotta live in New York if you want to be a model.
Maybe they're bi-coastal like us.
Yeah, we are bi-coastal. We did go to LA once.
Yeah. So cool. They went to Siddell's, which is the most delicious restaurant in the city, and it just made me want to go to Siddell's.
Yeah, me too.
I know that restaurant's so good. And you know, it didn't look that busy, which is shocking because there's always like a madhouse there. Like you can never get a table.
I know, but oh no, they did go to lunch. I guess because it was a weekday and a lot of people work.
Yeah, that's true.
We should go to lunch. We should go there for lunch.
Oh, we
today.
are going to be downtown.
Can we?
Okay, yeah.
I'm starving.
And then maybe someone else will be there. There's always celebrities
After
there.
a big performance, I always get really hungry.
Me too. What are your guys' opinions on the restaurants where like you're most likely to spot a celebrity in the city?
Like, which ones are
It's
they?
easy to know in LA, but like in New York, it's much harder because everyone's like so low key. I feel like
Bowery Hotel.
hotel, not Gemma, the
No.
hotel lobby, which is sometimes you can't get in.
Polo Bar.
Oh, definitely. Polo Bar is 9 out of 10. You'll see a celebrity. Mm-hmm. Where else? I guess Siddell's.
Yeah. Oh, I saw Kendall and Bella there once.
I've actually seen a bunch of people there, but you know what's so funny? It's like when I'm reading a story in like People magazine about like celebrities spotted at a restaurant, like I've never heard of that restaurant when it's in New York.
Same.
Yeah.
Like when it's in
They
LA,
just
it's
go to
always
their like local joint.
yeah. When it's at LA, it's like always like Craig's, Catch, like it's the same 5 restaurants like that everyone knows. But in New York, it's like someone going to like a pub down the street, you know?
Yeah. Because that's just like the difference.
That's the vibe here in New York. We're so laid back.
so laid back.
Yeah.
Are you ready for the next story?
Yeah, sure.
Because it's like kind of cool. Ben Affleck is looking for love on Raya.
Oh my God,
That's sad
is
that it's a
fucking
story.
pathetic. I'm sorry.
I know, but good for Raya that like they're going from like
Is this
reality
a brand,
stars.
like an ad thing?
No, this is just a Page 6 article. They have the exclusive Page 6 buys, aka like a single person at Page 6 saw that Ben Affleck is on Raya.
Well, Raya is like this exclusive dating app that you have to be accepted onto and referred, and it's supposed to be like for famous people. And I have a few friends who are on it, and I'm always like, "Yo, let me swipe on your Raya." I have never once seen someone who wasn't a complete thirst monster. Like it is filled with like people thirsty for Instagram followers. Like I've never seen a real celebrity on it. So like the fact that Ben Affleck is on it like makes no sense because it's not a place for him to actually meet anyone viable.
Yeah, no, but it's thirst monsters, but it's also like a lot of bachelor people, like people who, and I understand, like Nick Viall can't go on Hinge. Like
No, agreed.
every single person will know who he is. Like he needs to be on Raya, where other people have Instagram followers too.
Yeah.
You know, but now with like, I mean, I guess it makes sense. Maybe like Ben Affleck will start dating a girl from The Bachelor. Honestly,
That would be crazy.
I ship.
Ben Affleck, though, doesn't really need this app. Like, I feel like if he wanted to date anyone from any sort of, like, stratosphere, like, he could get a date with, like, a reality star, a movie star, like, an influencer. Like, he could get, like, this app, it's so public, and honestly, like, now there's an article written about him. I'm sure he's wishing he didn't fucking sign up for this dumb app.
Honestly,
like, you
makes
know,
me
his
sad.
assistant made him do it, and now she's fired, you know?
Yeah.
He's young millennial assistant. Bye, Melanie.
Bye. Interessant. I want happiness for him. He seems like a sad fellow.
He seems broken.
Yeah.
Remember when he became Batman and there was, like, worldwide outrage? Like, that was so sad.
I was actually watching The Dark Knight with Heath Ledger because Zach was watching it, we never grew up on superhero movies, so the whole world is so confusing to me.
But we've seen that.
We have seen that.
I've seen all the Dark Knight
Christian
movies.
Bale was playing, aka Scott Disick, they're twins, was playing Batman, and I was like, I thought Ben Affleck plays Batman because I saw him in Justice League playing Batman. There's so many Batmans. They're like, everyone just keeps getting, it's like a soap opera.
Yeah, it's like Crystal 2.0.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand superhero movies at all. And do you see a lot of the controversy that's going on because Martin Scorsese, like in an interview, because he's doing a lot of press now for The Irishman, said that, you know, superhero and action movies like aren't real cinema. And like people, and it's so crazy because there are people, a lot of the actors who are like in a lot of those like big Marvel movies have done like a lot of like hardcore cinema with Martin Scorsese. So like someone asked Natalie Portman, like, what do you think about, like, it's like what he said, like took the world by storm, like it's so offensive, but like, it's not really.
I don't think it's offensive, it's his opinion.
Right, and he's just like an elitist. Like that makes sense. I wouldn't expect him, what do you think he's gonna say? I think the Marvel movies are the greatest films ever seen.
Yeah, like, it doesn't, like, that's just someone's opinion. It's not like he's like banning Marvel movies from being made or like making this, like, he thinks that it's not real cinema because he enjoys like some French film fare.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh, you know,
do whatever you want, Martin Scorsese.
Jackie.
The man who gave us Shutter Island,
that started Chess Movie of the Week,
can say whatever he wants.
Yeah. Totally unrelated, but someone sent me an interview that Trevor Noah did on Breakfast Club with Charlemagne, and it was like all about cancel culture. And
Is he stealing our job?
Well, no, wait. I found it to be so interesting because he was talking like really like in, you know, big terms. Like he was saying what we say. Like he was, but
in an educated way,
much more eloquently. But he was kind of talking about cancel culture like as if he's not a part of it, you know. And it's like, no, bro, you had tweets like.
Lest we not forget.
It was funny because like we have made ourselves the face of cancel culture because like we, you know, aggressively stayed, like we were temporarily canceled. And it's like Trevor Noah was like, he was talking about it like from this like third party, and it's like, no.
I would want to watch.
Yeah, it was an interesting interview. He was very smart. And you know, I never watch his show, so every time he speaks and he turns out to be British, it's like shocking.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? We also saw him at Soho House and I had to say, big, juicy, firm ass on Trevor Noah. Like, shockingly big.
Yeah.
Not to objectify men, but
to objectify a man.
Yeah, it was a nice ass. It's not like I'm saying anything negative, so.
No. Are you ready for our next story? Because it's like a bit of litigious news. Lizzo sets the record straight on Truth Hurts after being accused of plagiarism.
This drama is so crazy.
And she finally
keeps unfolding.
She spoke on it on her Instagram story this week, kind of clearing up because there had been stuff circulating a few weeks back about this old tweet that said, like, I just took a DNA test, turns out I'm 100% Russian, even when I'm fleeing countries. And,
sorry, Trevor's South African.
And so she, like, then after that, then the people were saying that she worked on a song where they used this lyric, and now she used this lyric again in her own song, and she is just coming for these people.
But have you listened to the other song?
It's called Honesty?
Or something like that. Yeah. And remember I played it in the hotel, and you thought it was just someone covering Truth Hurts with a different word. Yeah. It's literally the same song.
But I think she wrote that.
She did with other people. The other people just wanted credit.
But she's saying that those other people didn't write it with her. She still wrote it.
Right. So she is now releasing a statement saying like, yes, you know what? That lyric was inspired by a meme I saw a while ago, and I have now started to share. She had to pay that girl who the meme was created off of her tweet. She's like, all right, and I gave credit, but like now these people are coming for me again, and like this time it's not fucking true.
Yeah, and now her team is fighting back against any and all allegations of plagiarism. Quote, today we filed a lawsuit on Lizzo's behalf to establish in a court of law that the Raisins are not writers of Truth Hurts and have no right to profit from the song's success. The Raisins did not collaborate with Lizzo or anyone else to create the song, and they did not help write any of the material that they now seek to profit from, which is why they expressly renounced any claim to the work in writing months ago, as the lawsuit makes abundantly clear.
Like the two sides.
So it's time. It just got to clear this up. Like,
yeah, the two sides of the story.
She's number one on the charts 7 weeks in a row now. She's breaking records, and like people who are trying to like take that from her and like muddy and make this all so messy, shame on you.
The two sides of this story are very like. If either one of them are true, it's incredibly fucked up. Like, if these two men are trying to take away, like, the accomplishments of a woman who has worked so hard and so passionately, like, you are an asshole, and you're just, like, thirsting for her fame. But the other way around, it's like, if Lizzo really, like, stole these lyrics from these two guys and, like, got all this fame and, like, won't give credit, it's like, ooh, it's sneaky suspicious, you know?
Spooky
stuff. It's, like, almost Halloween, you know?
Yeah. I don't know, but if it was Lizzo who did it, like, I could forgive.
Yeah, no, Lizzo could literally take a dump in my mouth and I would be like, delicious.
But then also, at some point, it's like, these people, say the second scenario is true and these people wrote that song and it went nowhere or not nearly where Truth Hurts went. It's like, she had a bigger microphone. Like, pick it up. The world deserves to hear that.
There's something to be said about, like, people who... So there's like a couple instances where like you would associate like someone, like you hear the song Wagon Wheel, you're like Darius Rucker, you know? But it's actually not a Darius Rucker song, it's like an old folk song, but it's like, you know what, Darius Rucker did it bigger and better, so. To me, it's his song.
There's so many songs like that like you just never realized.
Even
Year 3000.
Yes! Half of fucking Michael Bublé's discography.
Bublé.
Yeah, half of his discography is covers, but like you just associated, he made it so big that like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, Feeling Good.
Yeah, that's a Nina Simone song.
Yeah, but she gets proper credit.
Yeah, she gets credit.
Yeah, she does.
Because most people know that that's not his song. But like a lot of his songs are so popular and like you would come to learn afterwards that they're actually covers. But there's something to be said about the person making it more famous than
It's like Glee.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, and they're doing the world a service by introducing these great songs to people who might not have already heard them. That's also not what the case is with Truth Hurts.
No, this is a separate conversation.
And also, those are instances where they are intentionally covering songs and everyone is being paid appropriately.
Yeah, appropriately. Licensing fees are covered.
Yeah.
Me and Margo are both rewatching
Everything
Glee
comes
now.
back to Glee, is what I've realized.
It's really apparent how like so much of my musical knowledge and just like the songs that I know and love are influenced by Glee. Like we did that. We watched the episode of Thunder always happen. What band is that? Stevie Nicks. Right, Stevie Nicks?
Or is it Dixie Chicks?
No, Stevie Nicks.
Okay.
So I was realizing they were playing all these Stevie Nicks songs. I'm like, I kind of know these songs. Like, how weird. Like, I know half of my music just because I grew up watching Glee.
Oh, I mean,
it's not just like bullshit like pop
so many
music.
songs. That freaking mashup, Heads Will Roll, Thriller. I didn't know Heads Will Roll when I was like 5 years old, but I did.
We just got a great question from Morgan L. Still wondering why Jezebel doesn't even stand a chance.
Okay, so when I spoke to Kanye, he basically said like Jezebel, the website is just like really derogatory towards women, and in this climate, like they don't stand a chance. Like they claim to be pro-women, but all they do is write articles about women. Like, why don't you take down some of the patriarchy, girlfriend?
For sure. Also, as you know, music we're always talking about is open to interpretation on
True.
the show. I took it as that his family is like so strong and rock solid. And it's like Jezebel, who is like this traitor,
mistress of evil,
this traitorous woman. Like she doesn't even stand a chance on coming in and like causing ruckus amongst his family.
Yeah, like the song seems kind of silly actually when you like first read it, but then you actually get to the lyrics and it's like first of all the Chick-fil-A like comparison is actually kind of funny and makes a lot of sense and great. Like it'll get people to listen to it because he's closed on Sundays. Like that's his day of rest. It's God's day. He goes to church, just like Chick-fil-A's are closed on Sunday. So it's like a cute little comparison. Then when he just starts talking about his family and like how you got to raise your family and like the faith of Jesus, like I'm not a Jesus lover, but like I get it, and I think it was a nice song actually.
Yeah, and the second half is really like so musically and lyrically beautiful.
I could see them doing it at Sunday service, like making it like a huge gospel moment.
Yeah, and like
live for a gospel moment.
Yeah, like honestly, Mercedes Jones when she was at Glee and she took her to church and she did a gospel song with her choir.
Oh my
like,
God.
Take me to church.
Every time they bring in a choir at sectionals or nationals, they'll win.
No, honestly, like I need Mercedes Jones to do a cover of this song because her gospel like vibe is very much what
interesting
I'm looking
factoid. She's emceeing the Little Mermaid live on NBC.
Also, a lot of people think that she's on The Masked Singer, or she already got unveiled as The Masked Singer. That's the Penguin or something.
I don't know, but you know Cody Simpson won The Masked Singer in
yeah.
Australia.
There was all this drama. Did you
Lindsay
see?
Lohan is a judge, and I guess Cody Simpson and Ali Lohan used to date. I totally forgot.
That makes a lot of sense.
And so a couple weeks ago,
That's who he should be dating.
A couple weeks ago, Lindsay Lohan was like, I think you're Cody Simpson, but he couldn't take his thing off. And she's like, and if it is, I want my furniture back. I bought you and my sister furniture for your apartment in Venice, and you owe me that back. And he couldn't say anything or take his thing off because he wasn't being unmasked yet. So funny. She's like, honestly, she's wild.
She is. She's hilarious. And I'm glad that it was him. He's really just came out of nowhere.
And he also has a beautiful voice. I forgot.
Yeah.
But like nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
But it's also just so weird. Like in Australia, like he's at the level of like being on The Masked Singer, which like no offense, like I would do, you know. And a lot of people actually think that I'm on The Masked Singer. I get tweeted all the time. It's like, no, I wish. Like call me. I would take off my mask and everyone would be like, who the fuck is this girl? But did you see, and it's weird that like in America, he's like in every magazine, like on the cover of every fucking website because he's dating Miley Cyrus, and like in Australia, like he has like 2 different careers.
Yeah.
Also, did you see the video of Lindsay Lohan that's going viral, like for getting out of the car and dancing?
Yeah.
Remember that was a trend like 600 years ago?
Yeah.
Like getting out of a car and like dancing, which
but it was
so
dancing
dangerous.
to the one song, right?
What song was it? Oh, it's Kiki. Do you love me?
Oh, and the car would be driving, yeah.
So you never ever, I don't know what song she was doing it to, but she's a trendsetter. I wouldn't be surprised if this is taking over the world by tomorrow.
I wouldn't be surprised. She is a trendsetter when it comes to her dance moves.
She is a trendsetter when it comes to, her style, I feel heavily influenced by her.
No, I wore this today because I saw her wearing a pink pantsuit in the video.
I saw Regina George wearing army pants and flip-flops, so I saw Regina George wearing Thursday boots, so I bought Thursday boots.
Oh my God, Regina George would love Thursday boots.
This is a very appropriate ad for today because I got 1 million questions about the over-the-knee boots that I wore in LA all week because as a moosey vibe, it's very hard to find boots that go over your fucking moosey thighs. So I needed everyone was tweeting at me, my shoes are from Thursday Boots and they're fucking premium as hell and they do fit over my thigh. And they do mold to my leg over time, which I really appreciate. Today's Thursday, it's officially boot season just in time for the start of fall. We received a few of the new releases from our friends at Thursday Boots. Thursday Boots is a New York City-based startup brand that designs really, really comfortable, high-quality boots and sells them at a very accessible, direct-to-consumer price. They make handcrafted boots in the same North American and European facilities as brands that charge 2 to 4 times the price. But Thursday can use higher quality materials and still sell them at a lower price because they don't have to deal with the retail markups and wholesalers. Vogue named them the best fall boots under $200. If you're looking for new everyday boots, the Chelsea boot, check out their weather-safe suedes, super comfortable, and water literally bounces off of them, so rainy days won't slow you down. It rained one day when we were in LA, and it was not a problem for us. I have the over-the-knee boot. It's called the Tempest. They're made in the same facilities in Spain as brands that charge over $800 for basically the same boot. They literally charge $600 less for higher quality version of the boot. Thursday Boots believes in year-round honest prices, so while they don't do sales or discounts, they're giving our listeners 2 free day shipping on their first order, and they always offer free returns and exchanges, so you have nothing to lose trying out a few pairs. Go to thursdayboots.com/toast and you can have a pair on your doorstep before next Thursday. That's THURSDAYBOOTS.com/toast for free 2-day shipping, returns, and exchanges. Sign on and strut down that street, girlfriend.
Yeah. I love Thursday boots.
Me too. I'm obsessed with
the boots that I do have.
Over-the-knee boots are like, why are you looking at me? Because I'm using your lipstick?
Yeah, just like so brazenly when you already have lipstick on. And
I always feel like my lipstick's coming off, so I'm always adding more.
I guess I'll use some too.
Yeah. I feel like over-the-knee boots for the last 5 winters have like been the thing, and they still are, and like I'm always behind. Like I get my boots in like fucking February. Like no, I got my boots in fucking October, bitch, and I'm here for winter. Don't fucking come for me.
I need to get boots.
Yeah.
You look really cute today, Snatchler.
Thank you.
Snizzactular.
Thank you.
The Snizzactular.
Closed on Sunday. You're my Chick-fil-A.
Closed on Sunday.
Bum, bum. Throw the night away. Closed on Sunday.
Hey.
By the way, we'll have to demonetize this YouTube video because I don't want to get taken down.
No, I don't think they'll confuse ours with the version at all.
I think they're so similar, it's shocking.
It's shocking. Okay, this next story is a really sweet story.
By the way, I just read a comment, Margot, when we were talking about Thunder Only. It's Fleetwood Mac.
Oh.
I think Stevie Nicks was in Fleetwood Mac.
Definitely not.
Okay,
next story, really sweet tale of love between Kaitlyn Bristowe and Jason Tartick, because yesterday was their 1-year anniversary of meeting, and she's sharing the story of when they first met, and it was really beautiful and interesting. So she posted a picture of her, Jason, and Olivia Creedy and said, is a selfie. And she said, emotional alert. On this day last year, I walked into a studio in Seattle to podcast with Jason and Olivia. I almost canceled because I had been bawling my eyes out in an Uber, going through some crap, and I was crying on FaceTime to my dad when he came in. And I'm assuming this was a time when she was still with Sean, but like things were bad.
Yeah, so I think they had broken up for a really long time before anyone ever knew about it, so they might have actually not even been together.
Yeah, but like the public still thought they were together.
Yes.
She wasn't about to like just start dating Jason, but she was in a really shitty, sad mood. She said, we had never met, but he hugged me and told me he had just cried too at a charity event that he came from. Aww. He looked at me and said, let's have a soft Tuesday together. He almost canceled as well because he had an eye infection. He brought a nice bottle of wine, and I had asked Olivia to join me for the podcast because I thought I would need someone to help keep the energy up since I was so sad. But if you spend 2 seconds with Jason, you realize his energy is electric and you can't help but be in a good mood. Her meeting with Tartick turned her day around, she revealed, and they developed a deep friendship that later blossomed into something more. Quote, my day had changed. I didn't know what was going to happen. I thought of Jason as a friend and wanted him to be the bachelor. He actually helped me through a hard time. I just wanted him to be happy. So she was like conflicted.
Right.
But I just think that's so sweet because it's just sweet.
It's just so crazy. Like nobody gets to rebound with like a true love, but like this really wasn't a rebound, and like they are so real. Like I feel like they will eventually end up, like, God willing, knock on wood, getting married in a shorter amount of time than her and Sean were, like, engaged for, because they were engaged for, like, 4 years.
Stevie Nicks was in Fleetwood Mac.
I told you.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
We're just striking out on these.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I guess Glee didn't teach us that much.
Wow, I did not know that.
I mean, I wouldn't even know Fleetwood Mac existed if it wasn't for Glee.
I wouldn't know if Fleetwood Mac didn't existed if it weren't for Pulse Casablanca, that club that used to be around that was so fun that only played old music, and every night they played Thunder Only, and the whole club was like swaying like everyone was on drugs, you know. Thunder only happens when it's raining.
And I also wouldn't know the song Landslide if it wasn't for Glee.
What?
That's
Dixie
like
Chicks?
yeah. That's the only place I've heard it.
First of all, that's such an important moment. That's when like Santana and
Right.
Whitney come out to each other. But it's literally like the biggest song in the world. We used to sing that song all the time growing up, but we used to like play it on the guitar and shit. We were so weird.
We were so weird. But
I played the fucking flute.
Here's something we've not changed one bit. What'd you say?
Margot played the flute.
Oh my God. Snitch on the recorder. I think you should
flute.
No, I know, but you also played the recorder.
Yeah, I did.
And I think you should bring it in one day.
I feel like a recorder I could pick up again.
Hot
Flute,
cross
not so much. That was hard.
buns, hot cross
I played the
buns,
cello.
Bum 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 hot cross buns.
And I asked to play the flute because I thought it was a saxophone.
Oh my God, Snatchler. She just gets cuter and cuter.
I asked to play guitar, and I loved my guitar teacher so much. She was like so cool, Mrs. Wagner. She had like such long hair.
Oh my God, when we
And
were
she wasn't
rehearsing,
mean and,
when
like,
we were rehearsing last night over FaceTime, like I was Mrs.
Mrs.
Wagner.
Wagner.
And I understand my piano teachers are just like so spirited. It's like when you hit, like you have to go high, it's like the note's here, like.
No, and then there's also a break, and so you have to be
Yeah.
like,
Ba,
ba,
da,
ba,
da,
ba.
ba.
It actually makes sense. Maybe we should teach music. The Toast School of Music, very prestigious.
Okay.
Snitch be flutin'. Sasha be flutin' and Snitch be flutin'.
Snitch be flutin'.
Margo, you could have, if you had like stuck with the flute, you could have been the next Lizzo.
I'm just like not musically talented like she is, so I
What?
probably
Your
not.
performance tape was incredible.
Like honestly, this whole operation could have been done without you.
Couldn't?
No,
Oh, I thought you said could have.
You said, it sounds like you said could have.
couldn't.
She definitely said could have.
No, I said couldn't, but I meant couldn't have, so I was like couldn't have.
Oh my God, I'm just so all over the place today.
What story are we even on?
We're on number 4, Kaitlyn and Jason. Love their love story. Can't wait to like, I mean, I don't want to be one of those people that like pressures them to get engaged and
I
married.
know, it's so annoying.
But it's like, I'm excited.
But it's like, just do it.
Yeah.
Like now. No, they're really cute. And I can't believe Olivia Caridi was there for their burgeoning love. That's so crazy. Like the things, it's like, it's the little details that really make it so interesting.
It really is the little details. Okay.
Like, do you think now Olivia Caridi will definitely have to be invited to their wedding?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yes. 5th and final story, a little morning show news. Giuliana Rancic is leaving her full-time role at E! News as the show moves to
Again?
New York City.
Thank you. Every couple of years, it's like Giuliana Rancic leaving. It's like, wasn't she gone? She hasn't been on E! in forever. She like never does
but
anything.
then she came back.
For like one
And
show
she's
a
still
year.
on the carpet, like.
Yeah, no, she only does like Oscars. Now she thinks she's like Ryan Seacrest, so she only does like the high tier events, and they leave like. Now it actually opened up a lot of roles for Tanya Rad, which I'm happy for because she's now doing a bunch of red carpet stuff.
No, but they have like multiple people on the carpet.
Yeah, but I'm saying now there's like Jason Kennedy is like the new Ryan Seacrest because he does everything, and Ryan will do Oscars, and now Giuliana will do Oscars too, and like probably Grammys, but Giuliana's not showing up to the Billboard Music Awards.
No. And yeah, it's definitely, they're diversifying like what people they use where. They have a lot of different spots on the carpet. It's like a whole.
Yeah, they have like the Erin Lim spot,
Yeah, they have the entrance to the carpet. Then they have like prime carpet spot.
Skybox.
Glam Cam 360.
Yeah, they have a bunch.
Nail Cam.
So is she like retiring?
But this is like the 3rd time I've heard this story. Like, just retire already.
I know. Well, she wrote, returning to E! News this last year was an incredible homecoming. As the show moves to New York City in January, many of you have asked if I will be returning full time. I wanted to let you hear firsthand that I've decided I won't be able to make this big move at this time. I love E! News, but what's best for my family as well as my current schedule just won't allow for the commitment a daily show takes.
Well, I think she's very well compensated, and she doesn't like need to work. Especially, I believe she was one of the initial investors in FabFitFun. Mm-hmm. And they have TV commercials now, so I think she's just like raking it in. They also own all those restaurants in Chicago, like RPM Italian,
Yeah.
RPF.
It says, as you may know, I lead several businesses. My clothing line, G by Giuliana, Fountain of Truth Skincare, my role at RPM Restaurant Group, which is about to open its 6th location, keep me very active in order to properly serve these and my other endeavors. Flexibility is
I don't think like the
paramount.
skincare and the clothing are like what's paying our bills. I think it's more like the restaurants and the FabFitFun.
Yeah.
But get it, sis. If you don't gotta work like that, like moving your whole family to New York, like when she probably lives in a house, like
I wonder who's going to do it.
yeah. I think you can tell who they're investing a lot of their time in. They love Zuri Hall. Mm-hmm. They love Carissa. They love Morgan.
Chris is pregnant again.
No way.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
I think Melanie Bromley's gonna be stepping it up. They have like
No, but then these people have to move to New York.
oh, you're right.
So, like, it's going to be really 2 people.
Jason Kennedy, I think, would do anything for E.
Really?
But his
I feel
wife
like
is so
him and his
LA.
family are so LA.
Yeah. Oh, that's really tough. Mm-hmm. I feel like Lady Sitter would move to New York.
Oh. Yeah, he
used
said
to
that
live here
on this show, I think, that he loves New York.
If they made Lady Sitter the face of E, like, they would be so fucking smart.
But Lady Sitter is Daily Pop.
Yeah, and they're not going to move Daily Pop. Why are they moving to New York?
Well, they should move actually, they probably shouldn't move Daily Pop to New York because, like Krista and Morgan, like, I don't see them moving. But then they could record at noon instead of 9.
6 a.m.
Yeah.
Torture. They need to make Justin like the new Ryan Seacrest. He's so fucking funny.
No, he needs to be the new everything. All morning shows should be in New York, though, because
Erin
you
Lim.
get 3 more hours of sleep. Yeah, Erin Lim.
She would totally move to New York.
100%.
Yeah, they're like the young people who aren't like married and settled down with kids, like they can move around, like Justin. But like the Jason Kennedys, the Giuliana Rancics, like they have kids, they have families, they have houses, dogs. Like they can just pick up and move.
No.
Honestly, maybe now would be a great time for E to serve justice for Kat Sadler.
Or Justice for Us, I thought you were going to say.
No, but like Justice for Kat Sadler.
No, it's not going to happen. Like, she's
so far beyond it, but like let's we not forget what they did to her.
For sure. But that bridge was thoroughly burned.
Yeah. By both of them, on behalf of both of them.
Yeah.
But like if they were to extend an olive branch, like I think like people would really like respect it. That was like such a crazy award season when they like very much refused to pay Kat Sadler like the same as Jason Kennedy when they had literally the same job at the time. And then they did all those award shows and like everyone was making comments, like Amy Adams, like all the celebrities who like fight for equal pay, like doing an interview on E! Who just literally went through this big scandal for not paying their female staff the same as their male, and like everyone was like shading them. It was a wonderful time to be alive. I was like living for the hypocrisy.
Yeah. Good times.
Good times.
Well, I'm excited for this new slate of content and the talent that gets a promotion. Congratulations.
Yeah, if it can't be us, it should be someone else, I guess.
I really like the talent that they have there.
Me
There's
too.
no one that really bothers me that much.
No, they procure young, like millennial talent and like a diverse group of it pretty well.
Yeah. Here for it.
Here for it.
So those were our 5 stories. Real Housewives of Dallas.
Yes. Oh my God. I got like really upset watching the episode. Can you look at me? Because
there's so many opinions on the show today.
We had Cameron on, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
And she really like changed my mind about her, and I really felt like I had misjudged her. But then I watched last night's episode, and that thing about her that like really bothered me came back, and I remembered exactly what it was. Remember when they went to her house in Colorado and she was having the argument about buying someone's baby? Like, she was so wrong.
No, she takes one piece from a conversation and harps on it, and that's what Carrie Duber said about her.
Surface.
She's, what word did Carrie Duber use? That she, like, pesters about
like
something.
Pecking bird.
Yeah,
no, she like the surface friend thing. Like she can't get over it.
And Stephanie didn't even say that. She said, I don't want a surface friendship with you. Not we have a surface friendship.
And she said it at the end of the conversation. It was like a conclusive. They had already forgiven each other. It wasn't in jest. Like it was like I really want to fix this so that we can work past having like a surface level friendship. It was so not a crazy thing. Cameron, it's just like I need to understand now more than ever the whole relationship between Leanne and Cameron, because I knew that something was weird when Cameron was out to dinner with her husband and he was like, well, she's having so many parties, and Cameron got so defensive of Leanne to her husband. He didn't even say anything so crazy.
Okay, on the Cameron Leanne front, and now I'm so glad we did have her on the show because I feel like I would have jumped to so many conclusions, and I think in this episode like she was so wrong and I don't like stand by her, but I still love her, and I kind of can see why she does some of the things that she does. And what she said on this show was just like, I think she just genuinely loves Leanne as a friend, and like she's the sort of friend when like you are her true friend and she feels like you have her back, she's gonna do the same for you.
That bridal shower, couple shower,
was the most beautiful thing I ever saw. When she was giving her speech in front of the green lights, like that visual.
By the way, that venue was fucking stunning. Like even the rain made it more beautiful. Like the greenery and the lights behind, and then that table and the candelabras. Oh my God, it was fucking stunning.
It was fucking stunning. I only wish all of the women had been invited so that it wouldn't have been like this negative affair that turned into like a negative happy hour, because it was so fucking beautiful.
Well, let's talk about the RSVPing. Like I feel like Stephanie and Brandy definitely could have handled it better and like done a few things right, but like, do you think Cameron was making it more of a big deal? Like when she was throwing away their linens, like you knew 2 days ago they weren't coming. Why are you bringing their linens to the venue?
Right. She was making it a much bigger deal than it needed to be. As someone, there's a bunch of different like ways that people handle these sorts of things. I am someone who is a Brandy and Stephanie. Like when I realize that I can't come, I will shoot you a text that like I didn't have Shakespeare right. And you're gonna get mad at me for like not caring enough, when it's like I cared. It has nothing to do with me caring. I'm just like letting you know the facts that I can't make it.
Right.
As soon as I know that I can't make it.
And I very much understand Stephanie not being organized. Like Cameron definitely has a big planner, a wall calendar for all of her children with Post-its, color coded. Like I get it. I'm not that way. So like happens to me all the time where like I literally have double booked 2 things and I can't go to one, and like you just have to send a text and it sucks, but like to beat around the bush you just gotta be very blunt. You gotta be like, I'm sorry, I can't make it.
No, and also I feel like at a certain stage in your life, like if your way of doing those things bothers other people, like that friendship won't last. And so at this point, like I'm not friends with people who can't handle when I say, oh my God, sorry, like I got caught up, I can't make it. Like my friends like know I'm a flaky ass bitch and they love me just the same.
Jackie, 1000%. And it's like that's what all these women are like. They're so different and they're forced to be friends when ordinarily they probably, Stephanie and Cameron would never be friends if it weren't for the show. Leanne and Carrie would never be friends.
Like, a Cameron couldn't be friends with someone like me who's flaky, and I couldn't be friends with someone who makes me feel like a shitty person when I'm just trying to do the best that I can.
Be a mom.
Right.
No, it was so crazy. I was really getting so frustrated. Like, they had just had this nice conversation. It's like Stephanie can do no right when it comes to Cameron, so now she really doesn't give a shit. And she had a drink. She was like, all right, whatever. Like, it was so frustrating. That whole thing was so stupid. And honestly, like, Thirst Monster Carrie Gerber was pissing me off. Like, she was at the shower. Like, first of all, it makes no fucking sense that she's at every single one of Leanne's engagements. Leanne started a rumor about your husband getting his dick sucked, literally ruined your life. You sat on the couch hysterically crying, saying you would never forgive her, and now you are thirsting out at all of her bridal affairs just so you can be on TV. I am now more certain than ever that Carrie Gerber was fired.
I agree, but I just want to say, let's look at it a different way. If Carrie Gerber can forgive Leanne, and Leanne can see that, then Leanne should be able to forgive Deandra. Because
totally.
And like Leanne should like be like, oh, we were bad and now we're good and you can forgive people. And Leanne like still bringing up this Deandra thing when it's like so
irrelevant.
It's upsetting, but I'm actually glad that like Deandra is above the fray. But like my heart is like breaking for Deandra.
That conversation with her mom, like in her mom's palace, was so sad. She was basically like, figure it out, like get a job. And it was just like, I know, like, probably a lot of people think Deandra's entitled, and she is. Like, the conversation, like, I can't live off $60,000 a year. Like, she sounds so obnoxious, because that's, like, one of her forms of income. Like, she's also on the show. But, like, the mom basically, like, having Deandra, like, work for her whole life, and then at 50 years old being like, you basically have to restart and I'm not going to help you at all.
But not even that. Her mom's like slamming her for not having a career. But Deandra has said like she used to work in DC.
Right.
And she had a career and her mom begged her to come home and work with her. And she like left everything that she had been working towards on her own to work for her mom and end up in this shitty situation.
Right, where her mom like refuses to help her and it's like kind of living for Deandra failing.
But what's curious to me is like any housewife who has a skincare, who even starts a skincare company on the show and it's like, you know, based in their basement, like putting together things, like they get somewhere. And I don't understand how Deandra hasn't turned her status on the show into sales of the product. She doesn't do a good job of like she should be.
I don't know the name of the company.
No, I know. But like she should be Bethany Frankeling.
She doesn't realize like literally her problem is her solution. Like she's on the biggest show in America, literally the target demographic for her skincare line. And I literally don't even know what the brand is called. Yeah. I know they do commercials on Christian TV and they can't afford their rent in their office. Like that's literally it. That's why honestly I have no faith in her as a businesswoman.
Yeah, like she can't even see the opportunity.
Even Cameron is out here shelling Sparkle Dog.
Yeah.
Say the name of the company.
Yeah. Tell us where we can get it. Show us you using it on your face. And also, like, Deandra does look amazing. She's 50 years old. Like,
throw a party at your house and have all the ladies put the cream on their face.
Right. Like, I want to know what you're using. What the fuck is it called?
It's so frustrating that we don't know the name of the company. 3 seasons now.
She's had 3 seasons to, like, market it on a huge show with the exact audience that she wants buying her product.
Yeah.
And instead, like, now I'm like, why would I buy this product? Like, no one wants it.
Right, it's failing.
Right.
No, she's doing such a poor job. Like, and by the way, also, the gift that Travis gave Stephanie, I know she was like, you're such an asshole, but I kind of thought it was sweet. Like, there was something cute about it.
It is something that my husband would do 1,000%.
Putting it in an Hermes box is not cool.
No, but like giving a gift of all the things that I steal from him. Like, and by the way, I use his deodorant, I use his toothbrush. Like, it was just,
the stack of 5s was so funny.
Was so funny. I was literally like having like a flash forward of my life.
Yeah.
But it was hilarious, and she took it like a champ. And she was also like, "This is the worst gift I've ever received."
Yeah. By the way, I'm sure she got a Birkin like 2 days later on her actual anniversary. I don't think that Travis is like holding back when it comes to giving her
but
gifts.
It was just like funny.
It was so funny and so cute, and it's so crazy. Do you remember season 1 when he was so rude and like made a list for her? Like, he is so different. And she said that she's like, I had to put up with 11 years of lists.
Right, but like he's so different and she's so different. Like
she stands up for herself.
She wouldn't put up with a list now.
Yeah, it's just so crazy how like TV like really changes a couple.
I know, and I just love, and I've said this before, the House Husbands of Dallas.
Me too.
I love the relationships of Dallas, and flawed as she might be, I love Cameron and Court. Their conversation at dinner was so funny because he was like being so sweet to her, but not like overwhelmingly sweet where it's like, oh, what are you hiding? But then he was also like giving her shit for some of her shit. Like, you're so high maintenance. And she was like, you made me this way. And it was just like really funny. They were being so real about like their lives are obviously like a fantasy. Yeah. But they like bring us in on it. And she was like being really real about like, I wasn't like this before I met Court. Like I didn't have these things. Right. And I was happy then too. Yeah. I just really enjoy their relationship.
I like the relationship between Brian and Travis. And I do wish to see more of Brian and Brandy, but it was so toxic when we did that it's probably better that we don't.
It was too hurtful.
But I feel like they're in a good place now. Or maybe it's just because we're not seeing him a lot.
No, I feel like her attitude would reflect if they weren't in a good place.
I feel like the baby really like...
But I feel like they're in a good place now and they don't want to go back to that place, and you can't, even if they are still good, maybe on TV it will come off bad, like a, you know, that happens all the time with couples. I'm not going to like go off on every couple that's looking bad on TV right now. And that will cause issues. So I think it's best the way that it is.
I just really, like, I like them. When I see him, I'm like, oh, Brian, hey.
Yeah, and the daughter's cheerleading was so cute. That daughter needs to get her attitude in check.
She's such a bitch. And by the way, she's amazing at cheerleading. Like, she was really talented. Like, she could be a star.
She could be a star.
She's an alumnus. Like, she's a legacy. Her mom was a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. Like, she really could be one.
Did you see next week that Brandy says...
The birth mom is pregnant again? Mm-hmm. I know. Like, that's so crazy. They would have 5 kids then?
No, 4.
Oh, okay. Not that crazy.
But she didn't say she was going to necessarily adopt it, but, like, I think if given the chance, she would.
But, like, you probably feel, like, so guilty, like you're going to be separating siblings.
Yeah. No, I think if she's given the chance, she would, but it's been more than 9 months since this. Actually, that was, like, first week of May.
So maybe any day now. Maybe they're, like, waiting for the reveal.
Maybe when this episode comes out next week, they'll announce it.
That'd be so crazy if she had another child who has red hair. What if he doesn't have red hair?
And I was thinking that.
Because, like, who's the father, you know?
Yeah.
That's so crazy. That was, like, that whole thing, I always forget about that. Brandy, like, randomly adopted a child last year. Like, so sweet.
I wrote down my notes of the things that I thought were funny, which I never do, but then I always kick myself.
It was a good episode, also.
It was. I just found myself, like, laughing, enjoying. And the funniest thing was Cameron and her quartet. And she did it again.
And she goes, again? That was so funny. She goes, the producer's like, what did you have, a quartet? She's like, yeah, a quartet.
It was so funny, and I really do. I'm
not. A quartet is more like a style of a band, not like the number.
No, it is the number.
No, I know, but like culturally, like you think a quartet, it's just like a couple people strings.
No, but not to Cameron with her etiquette. Like
that's true.
And it's just funny that it happened again. And I still am loving. I love Cameron. I don't agree with her in this particular instance, but I'm still feeling the same way that I did.
And I do think things turn a little bit when they show the preview for the next couple weeks. Things are different.
Yeah.
So, worth noting. Also, let's talk about Leanne versus Carrie Brigham. What's her last name?
I don't know.
They always call her, I always forget.
Carrie with a C.
Yeah.
Carrie with a K.
Oh, is she Carrie with a K?
I don't know.
I just call her Carrie, housewife Carrie, because she's the only one who's an actual housewife. Her fight with Leanne is so incredibly stupid. Their relationship makes absolutely no sense. Like, Leanne was going to invite her to her wedding when A, they just met, and B, they don't even like each other. Like, the whole invitations thing when it comes to the wedding and just, like, them comparing, like, Leanne is inviting everyone to her wedding, so then she's all upset when they don't invite her to a girls' night. But, like, first of all, she's not friends with half the girls. They're not even on good terms. And B, it's like, you comparing the two, like, I was going to invite you to my wedding tonight. Like, it's just so weird, because you shouldn't be inviting these people to your wedding.
Yeah, or you shouldn't be inviting them, like, giving them their invitations 2 weeks before, like, the way that she's doing it. Also...
30% of the postal mail
gets. Oh, my God.
That is so funny.
Also, what was I going to say? Frick, don't go. Hold on. Oh, she has a party in the morning where she doesn't invite half of the women, and then those women who weren't invited get together at night, and she's upset that she's not invited when, like, you were the one who didn't invite them first. If they had been invited to that couple shower, they would have 100% invited her to girls' night.
You mean only Carrie was the only one who wasn't invited?
Yeah. But Carrie organized girls' night.
Yeah, and Carrie and Leanne aren't friends. It's not like they're going on a trip. It's dinner. Like, what? Everyone has to be invited to everything?
No. But the reason why Real Housewives of Dallas is right now at a perfect formula is because there's not one person where everyone... the viewers hate and we want them off the show. But there's this, like, deeply entrenched, they all get along at times.
There's multiple arguments.
There's multiple arguments, but there's this, like, deep-seated, like, we don't actually like each other. We're not each other's people, so there will always be fights. And each housewife who's fighting is always held accountable at some point. And the problem with Lisa Vanderpump that she was, like, people really didn't like her, like Erica Jane, like, they just aren't each other's people. But the arguments weren't balanced because Lisa Vanderpump would never have to answer for her sins. And so now that she's off the show, and have you been seeing those articles that Beverly Hills this season, that they're filming it now? And
like, there's no footage, everyone's getting along, it's so boring.
Yeah, but it's like, Probably because Vanderpump is gone, but Vanderpump would have been fine on the show. Like, if she had showed up to the reunion, if she ever fucking apologized for anything that she did. That's why I think Brandi Glanville is, like, the perfect sort of Housewives villain, because, like, she'll stir shit up, but she'll also own up to it, apologize, not apologize, keep things interesting, as opposed to Lisa, who can do whatever she wants and get away with it.
Totally. Everything comes back to Lisa Vanderpump. Also, the mid-season trailer came out for the rest of the season. There was, like, a lot of talk about Leanne and Carrie. Their relationship gets much, much worse, and she keeps referring to her as, like, that Mexican. She says, like, a few really, like, kind of racist things.
Did you hear when she called D'Angelo a fat cow?
So people are very upset. And we haven't seen it yet, so obviously we don't know what the context is, but, like, never, and you should never call someone like she called her like that little puny Mexican. Like, she just keeps saying Mexican. It's like, who cares? She's from Mexico. Like, there are other things, so you call her mean. Like, it's just so weird to keep referring to someone by their nationality, and it like makes me, think.
But I'm also loving new Carrie because
me too. I think she's great,
and she keeps like standing her ground. It's like she's not intimidated by anyone, but she also speaks in a manner that's like she's very soft spoken. So you would think, oh my God, she can't handle this argument, but then she handles herself like a champ.
And
also,
by the way, I think she really likes Brandi, Stephanie, and and D'Andra, and I think there's a real friendship there. And when they were all sitting having girls' night, like, I think they were really excited. And I think part of the reason why she got so upset is like, you really did ruin the girls' night. Like, I was having so much fun. These are the people that I just met, but I'm really like starting to create friendships with, and I just wanted to spend time with them. But no, now I'm sitting here arguing with you, and you ruined my night.
Yeah, I agree.
Silliness.
100% totally.
The mid-season trailer looks really good. You should watch it.
I haven't seen it yet.
And that's all she wrote. Thank you guys so much for listening to this very special episode of The Morning Toast. Feel free to go back and listen to our wonderful arrangement of Kanye West's new song, Closed on Sunday. His album comes out tomorrow. This episode is not sponsored, but we just support people who support us. His album comes out tomorrow. It's called
Jesus is King.
Jesus is King. It's going to be available everywhere, I presume. It was supposed to come out a couple weeks ago, so it might come out tomorrow, but I actually really feel like it is coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
We love you guys. Thank you so much for listening to The Morning Toast, the Millennial Morning Show.
Oh, and we have a new episode of the Patreon up. We sat down with Olivia and Zach. They just got back from their honeymoon. It was our first time seeing them, so we answered all of your questions and our questions about their trip on a podcast episode for the Patreon. It was honestly like such a cute episode. They were so fucking cute.
Yeah, it was like annoying how cute they were.
I know, but if you want to catch the cute bug, listen to the episode, because also there's just like some great traveling recommendations, and you get to hear all about how their trip was.
And feel free to continue to listen to The Morning Toast, the Millennial Morning Show. We go live Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on YouTube, so feel free to subscribe to us on YouTube, leave this video a thumbs up, leave a comment. We're also available as a podcast anywhere podcasts can be found, so that's iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Public Radio, iHeartRadio, CastBox.
Oh, and like feel free to like share our song with Kanye, like tweet at him at like, you should listen to The Morning Toast.
Yeah, we love you guys. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.